Welcome to round two of the WNBA 2018 playoffs. This is another single elimination game. These going to be really exciting. They start tonight. This one is going to be the Phoenix Mercury visiting the Connecticut Sun. The Mercury really took it to the wings on Tuesday night, and Diana Taurasi looked unstoppable as she usually does, and it was really scary. She had a career high in assists with 12. She had like 26 points. She's now 12-0 in winner-take-all elimination playoff games in her entire career, which means it could be really scary. Like she did just there, she can create contact, she can penetrate, she can get into the lane, she can pass, she can shoot the three, she can shoot jumpers, she can play defense. She's obviously by many considered the greatest WNBA player of all time. She's one of the big reasons why I got really into the WNBA again after a few years of not really paying much attention. But I like Connecticut at home, and what I like about Connecticut this year is, despite their struggles, despite looking like the best team in the league the first 4 or 5 games, they really bounced back here at the end of the season. And what I've loved most about this team is that they seem to be a team that really plays together. I think the Sun and the Dream, I think Atlanta and Connecticut are two teams that have really shown us what team ball can do. They're really high tempo, really really just an up-tempo team that really is. They were the number one. I mean, they scored on average more points than anybody else per game, just barely edging out Seattle. And there's a very strange turnover by the Mercury there. But I really like the Sun this year. I don't think they lived up to the expectations that they set for themselves last year, kind of being the surprise team. Jonquel Jones has obviously been kind of up and down, but she's played well as the season has gone on, and she's probably the front runner for Sixth Woman of the Year. And I don't know, in this particular game that I'm playing here, she dominates. I mean, she dominated the first half. I was taking it to Griner with her. I don't know what I was really doing, other than I think I was just running a lot of pick and rolls like I usually do. But what I like most about this team, this Sun team, is they seem to play very unselfishly. They seem to really just pass the ball well. They seem to get a pretty darn good amount of assists. You got Alyssa Thomas, who's getting about 4 assists a game. You've got Jasmine Thomas, who's getting about 5 assists a game. Courtney Williams, 3. Alex Bentley, 3. She's obviously off the bench. But it's not really the assists, it's just that they have everyone scoring. You got 6 players averaging 10 or more points. You don't have anyone scoring more than 14 points per game. Normally, you would think that a team that didn't have anyone scoring at least 20 points, 18, 19, 20 points a game wouldn't be that competitive. But the Sun have proven that this team play of their offense coming from everywhere has been pretty darn effective. And what I'd like to see is I'd really like to see them win this game, because as much as I've root for the Mercury for the past 5-6 years, for as much as I've been a fan of Diana Taurasi, and DeWanna Bonner was probably my favorite player, and as much as I love Brittney Griner, people probably don't realize how much of a Brittney Griner fan I am, and how much I really, really love Brittany Griner. I'd love to see the Sun get some revenge from last year, because the Mercury came in and beat them, and I think it was really disappointing for the Sun, because I think they were finally back in the playoffs. They were on a real roll. They were playing very, very well. But you know, I think Kurt Miller's a great coach. I think that they have an opportunity in front of their home fans to get some revenge. If Jones can play like she does in this video preview here, like I had her playing, getting buckets, getting fouled, getting to the line, I'm pretty sure she gets to the line a lot in this game. I really think they have a chance to pull it off. Now, with that said, the Mercury are very, very hot. They ended the regular season strong, and they really were impressive against the Wings. Now, I don't know how much of their impressiveness was due to just the lack of Wings defense, because honestly, the Wings, despite how good Cam Beige is, there wasn't defense there, and the big three, Bonner, Taurasi, and Griner, have been great all year, and when no one else has been there, that's when they've lost. And that was my concern with the Mercury at the beginning of the season. They didn't have a whole lot outside of the big three there. But other players really have shown up for the Mercury. I think Talbot, Leilani Mitchell, and so if they can get everyone involved, if they can get more players involved, I think you've got a chance to see, you know, a really competitive game. And I think the Mercury have just as good a chance to steal this one. And so I think it's going to be a close game. I hope it's a close game. I hope it's a good competitive game, because, you know, the Mercury have, I think, the offensive weapons. I kind of question their defense. I mean, they're middle of the pack. I think they're like 7th in their defensive rating this year. But they have the experience, and I think that could be the real, no pun intended, that could be the real X factor for the Mercury. When you've got Taurasi and Griner, they're such an intimidating duo. I mean, maybe Taurasi really has a Michael Jordan influence, especially come on the playoffs. I think when you play against her, there is a real intimidation factor, just because of how good she's been and her experience and her wisdom on the court. I mean, I really think that's the case. I think there are some players that, because of their longevity and because of how good they've been, you know, they've just been incredible. So this is going to be a close game. I want you guys to tell me who you're rooting for. Let me know who you think is going to win this one. This is going to be a really good game. You've got to watch it. So tune in. I don't know who to call this game, but I think the Sun can pull it off. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.